Hi guys, it seems like forever since I last made a video. I missed you guys, come here. Oh, how you doing? I hope good. I hope you can tell the difference. I have got a new camera and I keep getting really distracted because I've got a flip out screen and I keep like, oh my god, I can see myself, oh my god. Anyway, today I thought I would give you some tips and tricks on how to keep bleached hair healthier and manageable, as I have quite a lot of experience with bleached hair, as I think the first time I bleached my hair was about 12. So I'm nearly 19 now, so that's quite a while. I'm going to try and do like a little sidebar menu so you can skip through to whatever section you want to know anything on. And I'm just going to get right into it now. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the actual process of bleaching your hair, so dyeing. One of the best tips I can give you is before you're actually going to bleach your hair, try and leave your hair as long as possible without like washing it, because all the natural oils will protect the hair follicle a little bit more, making it slightly less damaged than it would be if you just bleached straight onto like clean hair. Making your hair be greasy is actually good. Another thing to make your hair even more protected than just your own natural grease is to use something like coconut oil. See that? The one I tend to use is this one, which is coconut oil. Coconut oil melts at room temperature, so it's solid in the pot, but as soon as you like take it out, put it on your hand and rub it together, it will be melted. So then you can just run it through all of your hair. I saturate my hair all the way from the roots all the way down to the tips, and that just creates like a little kind of moisture barrier, so your hair won't be as damaged as it would have been on clean, dry hair. Also, when your hair is covered in the coconut oil, I find it to be like 50 billion times easier to actually section the hair. It makes it just so much easier, so that's a really good thing to do if you're bleaching your hair. Another thing that I would really recommend is using the lowest form of developer that you can, really. When I'm doing my roots, I tend to use 6%, which is 20 vol, and I just get this one from Sally's. That's the highest form of developer that I personally will use. If you are bleaching your hair, using a lower developer will make it a slower process, but it'll be a lot gentler on your hair, so it'll be better in the long run. The other type I use is 3%, which is 10 vol, and I just got this one off eBay, I think. I tend to use the 3% when I am bleach bathing my hair, or if I don't have any 20 vol, I will use it to do my roots because it still does a really good job. One thing I will tell you is to never go over already really light hair with straight bleach. Now what I mean by that is just powder bleach with the developer mixed up, how you would normally do your hair. Don't do that on hair that is already light enough like this. Don't. It's completely unnecessary. You don't need to. If you've put on a semi-permanent colour, like Bleach Directions, Stargazer, Manic Panic, Special Effects, any type of dye like that, you do not need to fully bleach over on your hair. You can just do a bleach bath. I'll leave a link down here to my bleach bathing tutorial if you don't know what that is, so yeah. Another tip is to always keep an eye on your hair while it's processing. Try to keep the bleach moisturised and not let it dry out on your hair, and just keep checking the colour so you know you're not leaving it on for too long when you don't need to. Now I'm going to talk about washing your hair. Now, like I said before, the natural oils is good for your hair, and when your hair is bleached, it generally, it's kind of dry. It's drier than your hair would normally be, so the oils are actually really good for your hair. So try not to wash your hair as often as you normally would. So I think usually I wash my hair every 3 to 4 days, so maximum twice a week. That's not gross, by the way. It's really good for your hair. It will make it a lot healthier and a lot more manageable, because constantly washing your hair is just going to make it drier and make it more prone to snapping and breaking, and that's not fun. You want to use a gentle moisturizing shampoo that is for dry and damaged hair, because you don't want to use anything too harsh. Another good thing to do is use another great conditioner for dry and damaged hair. Now, when I am in the bath or the shower, I will shampoo my hair first and then put on my conditioner. So then while I'm doing all my grooming, shaving and all that jazz, my conditioner is just happily sitting on my head, all soaking up in my hair, making it nice and happy. Every so often you're going to want to use a good nice juicy hair mask to keep the condition of your hair all lovely. A couple I've been using recently have been the Osmo Intensive Deep Repair Mask, and I've got a huge tub of this, and this one is really lovely. I like this one quite a lot. I got this huge 1200ml tub off eBay and it's fabo. And another one I've been using recently is this L'Oreal Paris Hair Expertise new Everpure No Sulfates Colour Care System, and this is especially good for if you've got coloured hair, because the sulfates tend to rip out the colour, but this has none, so it will make your hair lovely and bright still. And this one is for coloured and dry hair. Coloured, dry, exactly. So after I get out of the shower or bath, once my hair is towel dried, I will put in some different products to help make it stay moisturised and shiny and stuff. So some of the ones that I use at the Mo are John Frieda's Full Repair Perfect Ends Deep Infusion Serum, and I've been using this one for quite a while and I really like it. I've never seemed to put in too much for it to go greasy or anything in my hair, so I really like this one. Some other ones that I use are the Aussie Miracle Hair Insurance Leave-In Conditioner, and I pretty much am in love with all Aussie products. And another one that I use, which I've almost sucked dry, is the Schwarzkopf. I can't say it, don't hate me. Gliss Hair Repair with Liquid Keratin, and that's for brittle and dull hair. And then another one which I use, which is like my favourite product ever, is just argan oil, and I have got this one from Billy in the Tree, which is 100% organic argan oil. Another thing which most people probably won't think actually does anything, but when I get out of the bath or shower and I'm drying my hair, I don't use a normal towel. I use a microfiber towel. It actually makes quite a big difference. Like, the smaller fibres are just so much gentler on the hair, and they make it less prone to breaking and snapping when you're towel drying it. A couple of other things for when your hair is wet. Never ever 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 never brush your hair when it is wet. Never. When it's wet, it's kind of more likely that it will stretch and snap and do things that you really don't want to happen. So don't ever, don't brush your hair when it is wet. And another thing is, don't sleep on your hair when it is wet. It might not seem like a big deal, but if you do it a lot, then you're going to be losing a lot more hair, and your hair's going to be breaking a lot more and stretching a lot more and just kind of generally being more shit all the time. Now on to styling. So when you've got bleached hair, your hair is already going to be slightly more damaged than most other people's. So you are not going to want to use heat products on your hair a whole lot. I think maximum I would use a heat product on my hair once a week, which really doesn't sound like very much. My hair is almost completely straight, but there's just kind of like occasionally like a little tiny kink, and that annoys me, so I'll just run over that with a straightener, or if I'm going out somewhere then I might curl my hair or crimp it or whatever. When I do use heat products on my hair, I will always ensure that I use a heat protectant spray. The one that I've been using for a while now is the Osmo Thermal Defense. Once you have actually put on your heat protectant spray, you have to make sure that it's dry. Curling or straightening or using any type of heat styler on damp hair is just going to fry your hair, and it's not good. So even if it's just damp from heat protectant, that's still not good. So make sure your hair is always dry before you use a proper heat styling tool. So I almost never dry my hair with a hairdryer, so I probably do that like once every like 3 or 4 months or something, because I literally let my hair dry naturally all the time. It's a lot better for your hair really, because it's not making your hair fly around, which would make more hair more likely to fly off and break and fuck everything up. So if you can let your hair dry naturally, then that would be really good. If your hair goes weird, I know a lot of people make the excuse that their hair looks funny if they don't hair dry it, so if you could let it dry naturally up to a point and then hair dry it for the last like 5 minutes or something, that would be better than attacking it with a hairdryer every day. So yeah, I didn't do this with a crimper or waver. This, if you want waves, then just plait your hair when your hair's wet, and you'll just have some beats waves like this. There are loads of, I'm sure there's like hundreds of tutorials on YouTube on how to get different types of hairstyles without heat, so if you want to check some of those out, that'd be brill. Again, I'm just going to say don't brush your hair when it's wet, again, in case anyone missed that before, because that's to do with styling as well. Don't fucking brush your hair when your hair is wet, okay? It fucks it up. Stretches, breaks, snaps, everything's shit. Don't do it. One thing that might sound really stupid is to make sure that you're actually brushing your hair like carefully. I've seen quite a lot of people actually brushing their hair, just getting the brush and putting it straight on the roots and pulling it down to the tips, instead of starting at the tips and gradually working the way up the hair. Brushing straight through the hair, if there's any knots, it's just going to pull out hair and stuff, so if you want to work out all the little knots, then that's going to be much better for your hair. A couple of general things, just really having your hair trimmed regularly, just because your hair's not going to stay in perfect condition forever. I mean, the ends of your hair are always the driest and the most damaged generally, so just regularly having your hair trimmed a little bit. Or a thing that I do sometimes in between getting my hair trimmed is I will just get my hair scissors and I'll sit there looking through the ends of my hair for any split ends, and then I'll just cut them off. I know a lot of people are scared of cutting their own hair, but it's literally like cutting off like 3mm or something. It's not a big deal. Now I'm gonna talk about if you have like really damaged hair. I had really shitty damaged hair before, and from my experience, if your hair is that bad, you're gonna have to get it cut. You're gonna need to get like the most damaged parts cut, because it's nothing that you do is gonna stop it from breaking and snapping and stretching. Nothing's gonna fix your ends. It's not gonna work out. I know there's so many people that claim that if you do this, then your hair will just fix itself, when in actual fact it won't. So it's best to just get it cut as soon as possible to stop it from ruining the rest of your hair. Once you've had the really shitty damaged parts cut off, then all you really want to do is just follow everything that I've just said. It should get better, because your hair's always going to grow back, so it'll be fine. I almost completely forgot, when I had really damaged hair, I used this really good product from Affigy. It's the 2-step protein treatment. Serious care and protection. Stops hair breakage, rebuilds hair structure for 6 weeks. Ideal for colour treated, relaxed or permed hair. Colour treated, and that comes with a balancing moisturiser. On the back it says, helps to stop breakage on even badly damaged hair when used as directed. This is supposed to be only for professional use, but I managed to get it off eBay, and all I did was I got the smaller 2-step protein treatment bottle, and I just put that in a little spray bottle, spray it all over the hair, and then use the hairdryer to harden it. It does literally make your hair completely solid, so you don't really want to do anything with it when it's at that point. I can't remember exactly any of the instructions or anything, but you could research protein treatments, because I found that it helped quite a lot. I, however, don't use it now because I don't really feel like my hair needs it, but I think at the time that was a good option. I hope this video was helpful for some of you. If not, then I hope you just enjoyed watching me ramble. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video, and see you next time.